Nice. Nice.
VCT Pacific 2024 was such an interesting ride that brought a lot of new looks. We had so many new players that brought a fresh look at how Valorant should be played. New players bring in a mystery factor that's fun to watch. Are they going to become the next superstar that carries the entire team and region? Or are they just going to bomb out?
우리는 전략 숨기자 이러고 있었는데 아니 우리가 오히려 숨기자 이러고 있었는데
우리는 어비스 전북도 어비스. 나이스. 나이스. 바지말리다 못나?
예쁘게 왔어요.
몇층에 있냐고. 그만해라. 다 접해라니까. 우리 뒤에
정치도 이렇게 말하니까 겁나 이거.
The entrance of a new wave of players, not just in Pacific, but globally, has definitely made things a bit more shaky, a bit more raw when in terms of gameplay.
Bane trying to slow things up, trying to get some damage across as they drop their way in.
자른 다음에 역습으로 나가는 그런 거를 정확하게 설명해줘요.
My pen. Pistol. During gun rounds, I want to go A or even anti-eco. I think anti-eco A is like free.
But I think it's also good because now we're seeing, okay, where does the individual mechanics come into play into Valorant? And the teams who found the right balance of enabling their rookies to have those moments when it matters and then still pull them back into a little bit more consistency, I think those were the teams that we saw shine throughout the whole year here in Pacific.
Collect on these kills. He spots out so many of them, collects onto 3 heads, picks up the quad, he covered his mouth. Like, I can't even believe that I just did that.
Yeah.
Obviously, Mei, I think, is one that you also have to mention. That's someone that anyone who's followed the Japanese scene knew about, and he proved that that potential was not lost, that that hype was very founded and grounded for a lot of the fans. Then you have players like Bane, who come up, you know, from the old days of the Academy roster of GRX, kind of bouncing around all the other scenes. You know, we call him the Korean Zelsis. He brings in new vibes. He brings in a different attitude compared to players who have been under the pressure and under the stress all these past years.
나이스! 잘했다! 나이스! 나야 나!
특별히 못하네 막내가 해!
코리안 센신!
We gotta mention Primi too, coming in the last minute, you know, helps carry talent into champions and puts up some great numbers.
Just to clear on some of the corners. That's the first headshot going through now. And then the second smoke just to back him up. The triple kill going through. Hooked down Jin Voice, and now it comes down to the peaks. Primi! And what a debut round for Primi.
Laz called you kaiju. No. Yeah, he's saying you're a monster.
And then there's Karon.
이제 젠지의 시간입니다. 우리라고 했지.
Karon's an interesting rookie because he is one of the rookies where I would say I didn't look at his games and say, oh yeah, it's because he's too fresh, right? He just doesn't have the experience. I almost never felt like that. If anything, it's crazy because he kind of just skipped that entire portion because he did so well in the beginning. And then later on, it was almost like the story was, oh, well, he got nervous, the pressure got to him. And it's like, whoa, we skipped this whole aspect of he doesn't have the experience and knowledge, and now we're already saying that he has too much pressure because he's been to every single final he could throughout Pacific.
너무 잘했다 진짜 이번에.
보여지는 이면에서는 약간 그냥 처음부터 잘했다 이거지만 진짜 아무것도 없었거든요. 처음에 테스트를 해봤는데 진짜 발로란트 개념이 하나도 없는 거예요.
초반에는 총 쏘는 거밖에 못했어요. 연막을 그렇게 막 잘 칠 줄도 모르고 스킬 활용도도 낮고 제가 게임의 흐름을 다 읽을 수 있는 그런 사람이 아니잖아요. 저도 배우는 사람이고 그래서 좀 게임을 하다가 생각이 좀 많아요. 이때 오면은 이렇게 해야 되고 이때 오면 이렇게 해야 되고 이때 오면 이렇게 해야지 같은 갖가지 생각을 많이 하다 보니까 오히려 미스가 좀 많이 나요.
원태가 계속 노력을 하는데 계속 안 되니까 너무 슬프고 내가 더 잘해줬으면 형들이 이렇게 고생을 하지 않을 텐데 이런 성격이라서 약간 좀 더 마음앓이를 좀 많이 했던 것 같아요.
A lot of rookies, they come in and they say, well, it's just Valorant. I can just click the same heads. They're all the same players. We meet in, you know, competitive queue all the time. But that's when you realize, okay, the nuance of team play is different and it's actually not as apparent. This is where coaching makes a big difference and the veterans kind of telling you this is, there's this whole domino effect throughout the entire round on why you couldn't win that 1v2, 1v3.
게임을 배우는 거잖아요, 사실. 그러다가 이제 점차 좀 많이 익숙해지고 이제 좀 제 생각을 조금씩 넣어보는 거죠.
A를 네가
그러니까 A에 내가 있으면 1A를 까고 A에 내가 없으면은 그때는 타이스몬 가서 미드를 아예 터트리는 식으로
대신 점오 대각으로. 왜냐면은 블락하기 한쪽 가르고
0.5랑 저기 그 뒷라인 맞춰가지고 야자수는 안 맞게.
이제 시즌 초반에 들어왔을 때 딱 HSK 코치님이 그런 말을 해주셨어. 너 처음에 들어온 거랑 지금 하는 거랑 비교해서 봐봐. 얼마나 달라졌는지 너가 알 수 있을 거야. 너 잘해. 너 충분히 잘하니까 그렇게 생각하고 게임 해줬으면 좋겠어.
결국 신인이라는 게 게임을 좋아해서 오는 거잖아요. 근데 이 게임을 좋아하지 않으면은 진짜 신인이어도 하다가 금방 질릴 수도 있고 사실 금방 떨어질 수도 있는 거라고 생각하거든요. 저는 그 꾸준함이 가장 중요한 것 같아요.
저도 아직 막 100%로 꾸준한 노력을 이뤄내고 있는 건 아니고 저도 그렇게 꾸준한 노력을 하려고 노력하는 편이죠. 노력밖에 없는 것 같은.
Congratulations, Karon, the rookie, coming in as the MVP here in the VCT.
프로 생활하면서 놀라웠던 점은 다 똑같은 사람이라는 거. 다 게임에서의 사소한 것들도 다들 스트레스를 받아 하고 그리고 누구보다 다들 더 잘해지고 싶어 하기 때문에 똑같이 노력하는 모습들이 다 똑같은 사람인 것 같아요.
Rookies brought new life to Pacific. They all bring in just a very different look and a different POV for each of the teams internally, and I think we've seen that shift for a lot of them this year. You have raw new talent, and then you have talent that's been honed by all the hard work, the practices, and a tournament schedule of a full year. That's the type of talent that lifts trophies, and that's the talent that's going to make dreams come true.